Ohayo gozaimasu. Happy Monday. Even though Mondays are not happy, but happy Monday nonetheless. We got some more Ace Attorney. Doing some investigating.
Look, a ladder.
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
What? Nani? Actually, what is the difference? I never knew that either.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Gotta move this thing. I always forget to do this every time I start taping.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Hey, you, no touching that. Wait, what? What type of voice should we do for her?
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers, representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers? WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us.
Kinda looks like Where's Waldo for some reason. I don't know why I think that, but... Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see.
Only one assistant?
Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area.
Is that the old bag behind it? Yeah, it is.
WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Is that so? Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
I'm sure you're a fine girl.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy.
Not really. Not really. So fucking weird.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Uh-huh. That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe. No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed him?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
How do you sense somebody?
Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them.
Yeah. Calm yourself, Mia. I mean, Maya. Penny Nichols, assistant at Global Studio in charge of large props and set pieces. Yeah, see, she actually looks 18. Unlike some people here. Like, this guy's 1 year older than me? My god. Move your way, gumshoe.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
I have seen a ghost. I'm talking to one.
What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me?
Ugh.
You better tell me quick, you spiky hair cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant studio.
Why'd you say the name? This old bag's gonna go kill him now. Kill her.
She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays.
Tomorrow saying that the other thing. Well, when I was young, let me tell you, you knew a thing or two about respecting your elders. Back then we didn't knock around the shame they used today just so. I think she died.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
I actually like Maya. She's pretty funny. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer.
Yeah, maybe. Try the computer. Let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First I need the date of the murder. Oh shit. I think it was 370? 307 maybe?
Hey, it printed out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. Well, what do we have here?
How's this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo's evidence. Something's printed on the back.
October 15th, 2 p.m.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day.
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
October 15th at 2 p.m.
Hey, Nick. Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yuppers.
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. True. Gotta use it in the court of law where they're in front of everybody. That's why these lawyers are always so sneaky. Sneaky beakies.
You're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
He's already evil. He's a lawyer. Why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So we done for today?
Oh my god, has that been on the screen the whole time? I'm so sorry. Fucking VTuber thing. I'm sorry about that. That is a damn shame. Gomenasai. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is the security lady. Song's kind of a banger. I like the song a lot.
Dun, 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 dun.
What? We're already going into court? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will share the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendants, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I'd like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you'd briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. I'll jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Nope. I don't think so. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? The fuck? Wait, what? Aye, aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Oh no no no. Went the old bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. That is one hell of a beard, by the way. That's a fucking cool beard. The day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer, and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. I, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me right at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed toward the studio. Yeah, I'm sure he was. We'll have that on still. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate now. But the main gate was locked, Erie. You need an employee card key to get in. Okay. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the get-out station? A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. I see. Interesting. If there was a run-through in the morning, why don't you only get there afternoon? You had some errands, eh? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. Yeah, I don't think so, ma'am. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too.
You could quit being a spear medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. They'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I could watch a kid and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper.
Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag's losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? But we don't know that, do we? Okay, it did. Yeah, I guess it did happen at 2:30. How did you know that? Oh ho ho, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe. He's getting shit on every case. 2 o'clock, you sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. What? Now, don't just get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. Wait, what do you... 2 o'clock p.m., okay. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. So that's so. That's so, ma'am. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old-Day Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Did your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Eh? This is so fun. This is like the best case. Yeah, this shit's funny. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everything would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Fucking Edgeworth's getting so mad. Let's hear about your proof then. He's so mad.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Fuck. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Whippersnapper. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing fingers this way and that. It's enough to make an old lady want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see.
There was Powers, Steel Samurai, Proof Old Hammer, the Evil Magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just, observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
Interesting. Almost like this run-through didn't happen. No, I don't think so. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue in your testimony. Ah, terrible fucking stomachache. Ugh, God.
Oh god, terrible fucking stomachache. Ugh.
Okay.
Sure did. His own samurai spear. Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Yeah, that doesn't... A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when we walked.
Oh, I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me. Which is... where's this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it's clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. What? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. And the judge is actually being normal. Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. God, can we get fucking old bag out of here? Tired of doing this voice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. That's not true. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking? Yeah, but that means somebody not suspicious looking could have passed by. What about before you go to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. It's gonna be something like Penny. Like Penny's gonna be the killer. Not to mention. That's not true, ma'am. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, EDGEY-BOY. EDGEY-BOY?
Old windbag sure has balls.
What?
You know what I mean.
Old but windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to. Yikes. Let's not think of Maya like that. Okay, so... how do you know that? Eh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. Yes, every cop likes donuts, blah blah blah. Okay, so... How could he have gotten in, though? Yeah, I don't think that's it. Think about this one. Yes, how exactly is that evidence? Blah 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 blah. Calm down, okay, I'm trying my fucking best. Totally not, like, looking it up. Give me a break. What the fuck? God, it's a long one. Holy shit. What? That's really the answer? This one again? There's not very much evidence in this case. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m. photo 2. Oh yeah, photo 1. Where's photo 1? Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit at the end where it says, photo number 2. Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1, if it really was the only photo? True. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. You can't figure it out for yourself? Shit's easy. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? Him. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. EDGEY-BOY, help. Eh? But believe me, I want to. But I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gates? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. How particularly convenient. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected. But I kind of expected this.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? What photo would this be? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. When was there that day? Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one can get in?
Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. What? It's like some Danganronpa shit. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What the fuck? Sick. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was a steel samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Children can commit crimes too. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studios? Wait, what voice is this again? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it. Really?
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. This guy's such a baby. I mean, I know murder's on the line and everything, but... Courts will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who have committed this crime. Yes, there is. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. That's fine. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? I'm gonna say the assistant. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying that the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame?
He was dragging his foot. So? Remember the testimony concerning Power's injury? Shit. I forgot about that. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. Ugh.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I want. May we move on, Mr. Wright?
If you would, Your Honor. One more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? I guess the security lady? The security lady. Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady Oldbag. Whippersnapper. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gates. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. To frame him. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it?
Edgy boy.
Don't just sit there. Do something. Maybe now's my chance to take this whole way. Press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elder day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Yeah. Duh. I totally have proof. Jack's autopsy report? What the fuck? Isn't it? I feel like it's the photo again, isn't it? Like, I really do feel like it's a photo. Oh, I could have taken a break. The fuck? Wait, what's going on here? Okay, it wasn't a card key because he went to the grades. He couldn't have lifted the spear, could he? The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. Oh, I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Gotcha, bitch.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Excellent work.
Wait, what? Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Well, testify. Let's hear this testimony, windbag. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. There we go. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and I always do what I'm told. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? Yeah, I did find it weird that there'd be only 3 people at a rehearsal. Yeah, I was about to say, like, didn't seem strange. Seems very odd. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? That's what I'm saying. Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? Take a break, whatever, it's fine. We have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director, the producer, and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Boom. Simple dimple.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really it's nothing. Or should I?
What the fuck? What? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Let's get down to the studios.
We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks, guys. This guy is such an emotional baby, and that's coming from me. Crazy emotionalness.
Bum 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 bum.
When did this game come out, by the way? Kind of interested. Let me search it up real quick.
Bum 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 bum.
Wow. The dog shit there for that. Okay, let's see. Ace Attorney release date October 12th, 2001. Wow. This game came out a month before 9/11. Or a month after 9/11. Yeesh. Bad time for a game to come out, I'm sure. Bad time for anything to happen. What a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we find out about today's trial.
The director and producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we gonna do here then? Let's get to the studios.
Yeah, chill out, Maya. Get all fucking uppity and shit. What do you think we should do?
What do I... Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. That's what I've been saying. Let's get to these studios pronto. Yeah.
Calm yourself. Oh, Mr. Wright. Thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth.
You can say that again.
Let's not.
So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting
lucky again tomorrow. Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. No one's here.
Now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look. She left her donuts. I wasn't gonna eat them. Sure you weren't.
Looks like it's been turned off for the day, huh?
Hey Nick, it looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Let's go. This is Studio 2?
I thought so.
Doesn't really look much like a studio, does it?
No, that it does not. Looks like a fucking trailer.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer.
Are we sure this is a studio?
That's a good question. Let's go inside, shall we?
Nick, let's go inside.
Do you think it's okay? Oh well, it's locked.
Aw, shucks.
On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. I don't believe so either. These look like materials for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Uh-huh. You betcha. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh, ho ho ho. Don't mention it.
Is it true they caught the security lady?
Oh ho ho. Why do I keep saying that? Fuck.
Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain.
You mean that one?
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fix them.
And that's why I'm an assistant. I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about.
You're right. I won't. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later then. Good luck with your investigation.
Good luck with your investigation.
So the fanboy they were talking about the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems. I guess I covered it up in a hurry.
Hey Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
I feel kind of sorry for him though, don't you?
Do you want to rip the grate off?
Really, Nick? We can?
Rip it open. I guess some things are just made to be broken.
You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. There. That should make the kids happy.
The things we do. The things we do for children. Yeah.
This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder.
That's what Mr. Power says, at least. I guess I snuck in and took it while he was sleeping.
But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then.
That is a good question indeed. A very good question, Fraulein.
Oh, hello. Oh ho, you look like a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing.
Yeah, that's something, I guess. So how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder.
You mean those plates with the steak bones left over them in the employee area?
Yeah, can you believe it?
That sounds disgusting. Alrighty guys, we'll call this one quits for now. Continue next time. Appreciate you watching as always. And if I wave, I could. Pretend I'm waving.
Bye-bye.